friends with if you want to come. And I still take people up to the second meeting, and we will go ahead no matter what. Now let's see how fast you can read. Now these are graded from 4th grade through the college graduate level. And Dr. Brown, who put them together and put questions in the back, 5 on the critical, on getting the facts, because we're going to test your memory, and 5 on critical thinking. And then we have 5 vocabulary on that article. Let's see if you got the key words. And we're going to take the hardest article, which is at the 16th grade, where you graduated from undergraduate and you're ready for graduate school. And I'm going to see how fast you read and how well. Then at the end, I'll take it up, and supposedly nobody knows but you and me what the scores are. And then remind you, you remember you read this speed and this comprehension this night? Now look how much faster you're reading and how much better the comprehension is, you know. So this is your measurement. 16th grade here. Now this book was rewritten for the average person, which is at the 9th grade, because people can drop out of high school at the end of 9th grade. And 2 English professors rewrote it for Dr. Maxwell Maltz, who was a medical man, the first plastic surgeon in the country. And I did a readability check on it, and it was 9th grade. And I decided to use that for my TV program because I didn't know who was out there. And so we're going to read many, many times on average material where they want to sell it, so they make it 9th grade so everybody can understand it and buy it. That's why it's 9th grade. Okay, now I'm going to, we're going to take a break for about 10 or 15 minutes, and then I'm going to go over my method with you, and I'm going to have you use my method, and we're going to read at 1,000 words a minute. And now our goal is to read 1,000 words a minute, which is 2 to 4 times faster than most people read. Most people read as fast as we can talk, which is what I'm doing, about 250 words a minute. And that's 4 times, you see. And you'll read easily at 1,000 words a minute, because I'm going to take you up to 1,500, 2,500, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 50,000. Why not? There's no greater credit.
But why do some people, like the girl from the Philippines, why do some people get to, let's say, 50,000 and some people can't get there?
Because they close their minds, they don't believe. Belief is everything. It's an emotion. When you're emotionally upset, you see, like a vise, this threshold between conscious and unconscious closes. You can't recall. You just go to pieces. On an exam, when you're anxious and worried, I got 50 more questions in 5 minutes, and you get like this, you're closing down, and like a vise, your memory and your ability to think and learn shut down. So you have to learn how to control this power within you, physically and mentally and emotionally and psychically. And that's what I want to teach you. And the difference between the great and the almost great, you see, with the people who believed. It wasn't necessarily they were religious. There were some who were religious and said so. And they relied on God. The others would learn to meditate and concentrate their power, and they would work on it. Because they were determined, you see. And if you don't have that fire in the belly, as they call it, in yoga, you have what they call a chakra. At the bottom of the lungs and between the bottom of the lungs and the top of the tummy is a shelf, and the air gets trapped in there for the most part. But the energy called tuma, T-U-M-A, comes through there and goes out up and around your head. And if you don't have that energy drawing in, you see, you won't accomplish anything. So that made the difference. You have to be really dedicated. And the other thing was with my little kid who could read right down the page, I think she was 11 years old. Her father took her to a lawyer afterwards before they had lunch, because I had them from 9 to 12. And was talking to his friend, the lawyer, about how his little girl could read right down the page. So the lawyer took a piece of law and said, okay, here, kid, read that and tell me what's on the page. And she went, and she told him. She didn't know what she was saying, but she saw it and she read it. I'm sure she didn't understand the legal implications, but she could see it. And he was floored by the fact that she could
Like,
do
did
this.
she just repeat the sentences, or
No,
what exactly did
she
she
would
say?
tell, yeah, she would tell him what she saw. She could read it off the wall and the ceiling. She developed it, you see. Now, not everybody develops that much, but she was a kid who was determined to do it. She was a real live wire, and I just loved her to pieces.